Hi guys, this is Carrie. Welcome to A Crone's Life. Today I want to show you as many of my collage decks as I can. I have about 50, something like that, and I just kind of wanted to cycle through them and have a little chat while I'm looking at while we're looking at the images on the cards. I don't want to go through every single card, but I want to show enough to give you, a sense of the vibe of the deck. So to get started, I've got these in order from the earliest creations to the newest creations. So this one is 1979, and the Voyager Tarot, the Tantric Dakini is 1979. The Voyager Tarot is 1984 creation. The artwork was created on these dates. So, yeah, I just want to play around with the cards. If you guys can hang out with me and listen to me ramble. So I do have a preference for the Tantric Dakini. I reach for it more than I do the Voyager. I think it has something to do with how busy the images are on the Voyager, but every time I use the Voyager, I feel like I see something new. So if I'm ready for surprising myself or just, having a bit more fun, I'll have a go with the Voyager Tarot. Now, the Tantric Dakini is fun in itself because it seems to have a sense of humor. I love that about the Tantric Dakini. I love that I can come at it like a real personality, and we can have fun bantering, and we can have fun, being serious. It's all over. It's like got the spectrum of responses to me with our conversations. So I do love the Tantric Dakini. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the oldest out, which is sad because I really love this deck. But we'll move the Tantric Dakini out and scooch this one over, and then I'll bring in the next oldest deck, which happens to be... Okay, I was just getting out the Enchanted Tarot to show you guys the next deck, and look, it's so weird. Like, this thing is in here, and the guidebook, and then the cards go, like, here. In this box right there, look what it had. It had a velvet bag. I've had this deck for years, and I had no idea that inside that little box there was a velvet bag, and it's beautiful. It's purple. Look at it's like perfect color for everything I have. I'm so excited. I'm so ridiculous. Okay, had it for years, and I found a new gift. The universe said, hey, you need to find your gift. That's so cool. Okay. So the next deck is the Enchanted Tarot. This is a different kind of collage. She describes it as tapestry collage. Amy Zerner does the artwork. And the collage style is so different. Like, I almost thought, I'm not going to put this in here because it doesn't, it doesn't jive with any of the other collage decks. Not in my opinion. I'm sure that there's a pairing somewhere and I just haven't tried it. But, and it's not the details in the Enchanted that I think keeps it from going with other things. I think it's the... I don't know. I think it's the patterns, not the images. Like, this card has tons of berries, tons of little, you know, round bulbous things, and the conch. This one, it's just a bunch of patterns. Like there's stripes and dots and flowers and extra, but it's not specific little things. It's just extra. So so in that respect, I feel like maybe maybe I haven't like figured out the right patterned pair. I haven't figured out how to make that one work with other decks. So, and I have not used the Enchanted Tarot very much. I do like it, and I really enjoy reading about it. But actually, like using it, I've been lax. I have not made myself spend tons of time with it like I should. Just to get to know it, of course, you need to know all of your decks. So I feel like I should do what I say I'm gonna do, which is work with my decks. Or maybe I have to rehome it. I'm not sure. Okay, so I think I'm going to scooch the Voyager Tarot out. Keep the Enchanted Tarot, and we'll move the Cosmic Tribe up here. Okay, so this is the Enchanted Tarot. This is the Cosmic Tribe. There is a ton of nudity in the Cosmic Tribe. I've tried to move them all to the back. Of course, we'll deal with that when the time comes. The Enchanted Tarot is from 1990. Not the whole thing, but the artwork was created in 1990, originally released in the United States then, and released in the UK in 1992. The Cosmic Tribe, we have a bit of a jump. This is 98. No different dates, just 1998. And there's a huge difference. These are just worlds apart. I'm so much more drawn to the Cosmic Tribe than I am the Enchanted Tarot. It really makes sense that I did not spend as much time with Enchanted Tarot as I should have. That's very nostalgic. I don't think I spend a lot of time being nostalgic. Okay, so I might be getting close to nudity, so let's scooch out the Enchanted Tarot. I'll put this one away, and next we'll put JumbleDance up here next to Cosmic Tribe. Okay, so again, this is the Cosmic Tribe. It's from 1998, and so is the JumbleDance. It's from 1998. I absolutely adore the black borders on this particular deck. I believe I just prefer black borders anyway, but it definitely like stands out. Oh, I really like the black borders. So just thought I'd mention that. I don't think I'm going to cut this one down, but I could definitely take off those three sides. Anyway, just thoughts. I'm rambling. It's okay. So the vibe of the Cosmic Tribe to me feels very bliss. Feels very, yeah, silly, crazy, fun, but living your life with joy. It's also very Thoth to me. Of course, I'm sure it's supposed to be, but JumbleDance feels more Rider-Waite-Smith, although there are some, loose interpretations of some of these cards. So, yes, I do like both of these decks. I would spend time with both of them. I'm still thinking I could cut this one down. I really like a thinner, skinnier, a skinnier deck. It's easier to hold, so. I don't have a whole lot to talk about. The Cosmic Tribe has a gazillion different lovers cards, so that you might want to know before you buy it. This is definitely my my queer pride deck. I have a pride deck. This is my pride deck. It gives me every opportunity to imagine all the different people in my life fitting into the cards. So diverse and fun. Okay, so I've shown quite a few. I'm going to scooch JumbleDance over and get my next deck. Okay, so this is the Artist Inner Vision Tarot. I feel like this is a lesser known deck. I was told about it by Kimmy over at the Witchy Wallflower, and this deck was created in 1999 by No Monet. The only thing that I wanted to state about this deck before I get into it is the contrast is really low with this deck. Like, you can see the popping of bright colors and the deep darks of the dark. In this one, there's really no popping of bright color. There's a lot of kind of muddiness and deep darkness, but very few cards have the brilliance, the poppiness of this particular card. They seem a little muted together. It's funny, both temperances came up at the same time. Okay, I think we've seen quite a few. I got very interested, sorry. So I'm going to scooch the JumbleDance out of the way, and we'll put our next deck right up here. Somehow my decks got out of order. So this is the Artist's Inner Vision, and it was created in 1998. This is the Vertigo Tarot, and it was created in 1995. So somehow I should have put the Vertigo Tarot before all of the 1998s. I think I had 3 1998s. Let me just make sure. I feel silly. I don't remember. And I just looked at it. Yeah. I just looked at it. Artist's Inner Vision was 1999. Okay, so I had 1998, 1998, and then 1999. And this one should have gone before the JumbleDance. And maybe before Cosmic Tribe. Anyway, regardless, I got them out of order. So we're looking at the Artist's Inner Vision by No Monet and the Vertigo Tarot by Dave McKean. And this is based on the Sandman series created by Neil Gaiman. It's a DC comic. They might be in order because I just got these from my husband for Christmas this last year, and I definitely have not worked with it. This is a creepy deck. If you've read any of the Sandman series, you'll get it because it's kind of creepy. Again, we're looking at the back of the border of the card being black, and I really love that. It just draws me in. If anyone has ever seen Mirror Mask, which was also Neil Gaiman, the artwork resembles the movie. It's dark but beautiful. I really love that movie. I love all of Neil Gaiman's work. He has just an insane creative mind. He finds the right people to help bring out the mood and the feel of his stories. If this deck were music, I would say it's industrial, like Nine Inch Nails or Ministry. Okay, we've seen quite a few of these, so I'm going to scooch out the Inner Vision, Artist's Inner Vision, and we'll keep the Vertigo Tarot up here. I'm so sorry for getting these out of order. I tried so hard. Wow, what a crazy couple. This is the Vertigo Tarot, and this is from 1995. This is the Housewives Tarot, and it is from 2004. Again, I've got a gap. But I don't have a deck from every single year. I should be ashamed of myself. So, dark and edgy, and bright and cheery, even in the craziest ways. But to me, these guys are equals. I just, two different moods. Same goodness, two different moods. Okay, so we've seen quite a few of these. Okay, we're ready to move the Vertigo out. And then we'll put the next deck up here. This is awfully fun. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, so this is the Housewives Tarot. Again, this is from 2004. This is the Nature Tarot by Jane Straub. Jane Straub. And this was created in 2009. This is a deck that is like handmade. I'm not sure exactly where Jane Straub is from, but Kathy Kerr gave me this deck, and I'm eternally grateful because it shows me how cards turn out if you make them yourself. It's literally laminate and paper, and it works, guys. It's pretty cool. Okay, so Housewives 2004, Nature Tarot 2009. I cut these, so they're off, they're wrong, you know, it's all my fault, but I just really wanted to be able to shuffle them and have the right size for all the things I was doing. So all of the inconsistencies in the centering, that's all my fault. just blame it on me. Because this deck is actually really beautiful. Like, I love the balance between light and dark. I love the balance between, you know, heavy, intense images and clutter, and then still having some relief for my eyes. It's pretty cool. Gosh, I got lost in my thoughts. Okay, so that was a lot of cards. Let's scooch the Housewives Tarot out and keep the Nature Tarot up here. And next I have, believe it or not, I have the Zombies Tarot. Okay, so we have the Nature Tarot, like we'd said before. This is from, oh gosh, now I can't remember the year. 2009, I want to say. Gosh, what's wrong with my brain? Okay. Oh, wrong book. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's 2009. Yes, 2009. Okay, so 2009, and this one is 2012. This is the Zombie Tarot. Everybody and their uncle's brother loves the Zombie Tarot because it is funny and just really a good reader. So, had to have it. These images really draw me in. The Nature Tarot, I don't know, it has a way of clumping the right things together to make me want to, like, observe, like, really, really look at the pictures. The Zombie Tarot, I apologize, I have just used this so much that I'm so interested in what's going on over here. I apologize. They're so different. Oh, it's hilarious. Okay, we've seen quite a few. Each of these. 5 of Earth, 5 of Swords. Oh, good. I'm glad we got to see the High Priestess. That's a good card. All right. We're going to scooch once again. And I can't remember what the next deck is, but I'll be right back. Okay. This is the Zombie Tarot. This is the Lioness Tarot. This is 2012. This one's 2019. Let me make sure, because I'm terrible with years. 2016. See, I'm dyslexic. Not really, but just saying that. Okay, 2016, 2012, Zombie Tarot, and the Lioness Tarot. I'm impressed with how well the font is able to be read because it's so unique. And usually if you go outside of the typical font, it's difficult to read. This is particularly creative, and I love being able to read it, but it not being typical. I don't know how many different ways I had to say that. I'm so sorry. That looks like the back of the Tantric Dakini. Hold on. Well, I know that these space images are all free and easy to use, so I'm not surprised, but I'm kind of surprised that I didn't notice it before. Okay, the colors are different. It's a different part of the sky. Okay, good. I'm just noticing. Okay, all right. Sorry for the interruption. Rickety. This has happened a couple of times. The Empress and the High Priestess coming up together. Oh, this is the High Priest. I'm sorry. This is the Hierophant. Interesting. It's funny how I have random cards that are upside down. I just don't even know how that happens sometimes. Okay, well good, we got to the Hangman. That's nice. I think we should move along. All right, we're going to move the Zombie Tarot out and bring in our next deck. We have the Lioness Tarot that was 2016, and we have the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed. I just looked at this. I hate it when I forget instantly. 2017, so this was the next year. Again, I have cut this down, pardon me, and some people may not think of this as collage, but I feel like they've taken images and, you know, placed them aesthetically where they want them to be, and even overlapping images I've incorporated into the collage deck. So superposition, layering, all that fun stuff. Wonder how I keep scooching over this direction. Let's see if I can center me a little bit better. Or is it because the cards are just bigger on this side? Maybe. I love the dreamy quality of the Good Tarot. I don't use it as often as other decks. I don't think it's because I don't like it. I think it's just kind of, it's not as dynamic as some tarot decks. I mean, even next to the Lioness Tarot, it seems a little, dare I say, bland. This is exciting, and this is like, yeah, that's cool. I can't remember why I decided to cut this down so far. I may have received a damaged copy and had to cut it down, but I don't remember. It's been a while. Okay, we've seen quite a few. I'm sorry I don't have something to say about every single one of these, but again, I've only worked with these a little bit. The Lioness is new to my collection, and the Good Tarot, I used it a lot a while ago, but I haven't used it much lately. I don't have a whole lot to say about it. I'm sorry. But let's move out the Lioness and move over the Good Tarot, and we'll get our next deck. Okay, so we have Colette Baron Reed and the Good Tarot, 2017. We have the Oracle of Mystical Moments by Katrin Wiltz Stein, and this is from 2017 also. Now, how exciting. I thought that the Tarot came first and then the Oracle, but it was the other way around. This is 2017, and yeah, exciting. Just to let you know, I love everything about this kind of collage, or maybe this artist's work, because it's beautiful. And whenever I come across, and you'll see more that's similar to this, I think it's very, I don't know, clean. It's very clean. I love that. They do go together pretty well. I mean, it shows off how dreamy this one is compared to how lucid this one is. Even though it's dreamy images, it's so vivid and stands out in my mind that I feel like it's more of a daydream than a sleeping dream, maybe, is the difference. Oh, my light went out. Okay, so you'll see a change. I'm gonna have to put a different light up here. Okay, all I did was change the light. I just wanted to see and calibrate to the new brightness. This is a better light. The other one was just charged, so I'd used it, but this one I can adjust like the temperature of the light and everything, so maybe this is a good thing. We'll get to see everything with a prettier light. I'm only going to go a few more in on these two. Not my favorite card. I don't know what it is. disturbs me. I'm going to spend a minute longer on this, and then we will swap again and see some new cards. I think it's nice that the messenger is with listen. I really don't need to talk about these as pairs because they're not. We're just comparing years, different styles of collage, you know, how to make something more of a tarot card, maybe more a divination card rather than just a pretty deck. I don't talk a whole lot about the symbolism in the cards because this is really, it's just looking at things right now. You know, deep dives, discussions, those are all, they're better for a single deck, not a collection of decks. So this has been great. I am in my mind comparing everything because I do need to cut down on my collection. I would like to probably rehome some of my decks, but they're not decks that they're not decks that I think anybody would want. And I'm not going to throw them away, so it's just one of those things. Yeah, so time for the next deck. Once again, this is the Oracle of Mystical Moments, and that's Harry Styles getting attacked by a fan. Just kidding, but it does look like Harry Styles to me. And this is the Sacred Destiny by Denise Linn. I used to use this all the time, but it's been, so this is all, it's been a minute since I've used this one. 2017 and 2019, I believe. So I always look to make sure. Yeah, this one's 2019. Once again, it's that dreamy kind of collage like the Good Tarot, but that's so cute. But it's really well done. I mean, I love the colors. I love the pop of the contrast. You know, I really think this is a great deck. It's an oracle. It goes with just about everything. I have thought about cutting these sides off. Like, who doesn't? Who doesn't sit around and just go, I wonder what that would look like without the edges? But I'm kind of a ninny. I love this, though. But see, if it were like that, dude, that would work. Anyway, I'm kind of a ninny. I don't like to do something to the deck that could like ruin it. Usually when I'm working on a deck, when I'm you know, personalizing it, it's because, you know, I can't really screw anything up. I hate to do something to a deck if I'm just gonna be screwing it up. I want to always love my decks, and you know, it's a stress. It's a stressor that I have, wanting to make them like personally mine, but at the same time, like, will I hate it? Will I never be able to use this again? But I don't know. This is great. This is a good time for me. This is fun. I really enjoy just sitting here, getting reacquainted with the images, and you know, relearning what their deck feel is. So just because it popped in my head and I'm just thinking about it, the low buy, no buy for me this year has become really difficult, and I have bought quite a few decks. I can't say that I'm off of my low buy because it's probably less than I did last year. But I can say that I'm disappointed in myself and my inability to resist mostly Kickstarter, but used decks also. I cannot stand to see a used deck go to the trash, so I try to grab the things I want. It's terrible. I'm so bad. I'm making excuses. You know, it's not real. Somebody will take the deck. I don't have to catastrophize and say that it's going to fill a landfill, but That's where my head goes whenever I'm interested in a deck somebody's getting rid of, is, oh my god, don't throw that away. I will save that deck. Yeah, act like it's a child, like I'm, you know, actually committing a rescue here, but I'm not. Well, that's really pretty. See, the colors set the mood. These are so, and they're so much brighter than the other ones were, but they're dim compared to these. They're muted compared to these. Comparing the art is so fun to me because it just, there's so many things to consider. It's like a puzzle. The journey does take patience. So just one more thing that I've noticed, because I'm going to be done with this one. Oh no, I'm getting a phone call. Hold on. Okay, what I was about to say is that I think the huge difference between these two different types of collage is that this one doesn't really pay much attention to the direction of the light. Like this one does because it's a sunrise or sunset. But, you know, these are, and I'm not saying they're flat, they're not, but it doesn't pay a whole lot of attention to the difference in the light direction. I'm not finding anything right this minute, but with this one, she's very careful to make sure that there's shadows where there should be shadows. She places the images together so that they blend and they're cohesive with the physics, the physics of the image. And I think that the other collages, a lot of other collages, just don't really go that distance with making sure that everything, after you've placed these images all together, they don't always do the shading and the seamlessness, bringing things together digitally or whatever they have to do to make it like that piece is supposed to be her dress, not just a random, you know, piece of paper or something. Image of a piece of paper. I just really don't like that one. I'm sorry. But, I mean, anyway, maybe I make sense. Maybe I have no idea what I'm talking about. But I have spent quite a lot of time on this particular one, so let's move on to the next deck. Love it. Okay. Sacred Destiny, 2019. Denise Linn. The Begin Oracle. This is from 2020. The art could have been done before 2020, but that's the date that I have. So, yeah, the release date of the deck was 2020. Again, this may not be traditional. Well, some of them may not be traditional collage, but you know, most of them are very, very collage, so that's what matters. I have always been in love with the Begin Oracle. I've used this one much more than the ones I've shown before, the oracles that I've shown, and it's still leading me to, I need to cut this one down. I'm gonna do it. I'm going to be brave. I'm going to be strong. I'm going to be type A just for a minute, because you know I'm not type A. And I'm going to try and fix this deck to look thinner, and I'm just sure it's going to look so good. I'm excited. But the Begin is more my style with oracles. This is really cool. It's a little bit random, so you know you're looking at like a leopard and the bell. And it's like, what does the leopard have to do with the bell? But I don't know, but it's terrified, so it's showing all the, it's giving you the message that you really need to see. It's just, this is such a cool deck. a little random. It's like, I think that's just my personality. I'm a little random. I have random thoughts. I have random loves, likes, random vices. I just, yeah, I'm all over the place, and I'm a lot like this deck. Of course, I say that, but there's a million decks that I could just be into that way, so. I just love this deck. Okay. So, we've shown a lot of these cards. I'm going to keep the Begin Oracle out. I'm going to put the Sacred Destiny away. I would like to organize my decks, and I'm not really sure the best way. I've got all my collage decks pulled out right now, and I feel like this is a good opportunity. If I had a plan, I could probably put my decks in some sort of order that would make sense, but unless somebody's going to give me a hand with organizing, I don't have a plan. Okay. So this is the Begin Oracle. This is 2020. There's going to be quite a few 2020s, 22s, 23s. So, that one. Oh, great. We have the Muse Tarot. Super cool. If I remember correctly, this is one of Candy's favorite decks. Let me make sure that it's 2020. I'm pretty sure it's 2020. Yep. Well, I just threw that down. Okay. Now, those of you that don't know, the Muse has some landscape cards. They're, you know, oriented landscape. So, yeah, don't be surprised. Oh. Sorry. I dropped the book. Okay. We're off to a good start. That's beautiful. A ritual and the priestess? Yes. God, these go together really well. I may have to do this. I love this. Alrighty. Trust that everything will work out. It's true. Who's there? It's the Hermit. Okay. This is so fun. I'm going to put this one away. This is the Begin Oracle. And I'll be right back. Okay, 2020. We have the Muse and we have the Tarot of Mystical Moments. Might be a bad idea for me to put these two together because I have a lot of 2020s to choose from. But here we are. Okay. I'm glad this isn't a this or that, because the moods are so different. It would be really hard to decide which one I like better. The Lovers and the Devil. Yikes. Come back. Five of Swords was trying to come out during the Tower. I get it. Okay. Okay, Knight of Cups. Let these two be together. The Magician in Strength. So pretty. There you go. We're synced up. What in the world? It's 3 in a row. So I just felt like they were a little crooked. They're probably a lot crooked, but from my point of view, that one was crooked. Okay, let's move out the Muse and get our next deck. Okay, Tarot of Mystical Moments, 2020. 5-cent tarot from Madame Clara is 2020. This is one of those decks that I considered not putting in my collage section. It's definitely collage, but it's so, what's the word? Stylized? It's so stylized that they don't come across as a traditional collage deck. So, but I put it in here because I know all of these little images are different and they came from different sources and they've been plopped down onto the stylized background. So there's a formula to each card, the words, the placement, and the background. There's a style to this, but this one is more stylized. So yeah, that was one reason why I didn't think I would put it in here, but I'm glad I did. And yeah, it just makes you, to me, it gives me things to think about. So I do like challenging my ideas about what something is or isn't. So Ace of Cups. How fun. I love it when it does that. Okay, I didn't say a whole lot about the 5-cent tarot. I'm not really sure what there is to say. It really helped me to get a grasp of the keywords for each card. It's a good learning deck. I love the feel of the cards. I think this is a luxurious deck with the feel and the cardstock, the look of it, the edging. It's a luxurious deck. I have not been using it since I'm a little bit better at tarot than I was. And I don't use it to read for other people because I don't want them to, you know, take something away from all the words that are on the box or on the cards. Yeah, not on the box, on the cards. I don't want them to try and, you know, I don't know. I have a lot of argumentative people around me. I have a lot of skeptics around me too, so I sure don't want to give them any kind of edge with what they think they know about the cards. So I would not use that for someone else. This next deck is called the Superlunaris, and I'm positive I know when it was made, but I think this is also a 2020. I don't know where I found that. Well, let me set them down so that you can see what I'm looking at here. I had looked all of this up and wrote it on the things, and now I'm not finding my writing. I'm sure it's just indented somewhere. Well, I'm going to say it's 2020 because it's along with all my other 2020s. Oh, what fun. Okay. Darn it. I'm going to say 2020, and I'm going to stay confused as to why I didn't write it down, but Superlunaris is in my top decks, definitely my top collage decks because of, I don't know, maybe the colors. I'm going to just go with something simple. I think it's the colors. It's very Rider-Waite-Smith. I don't care how Rider-Waite-Smith it is because I really like the totes better anyway, but there's no question when I'm looking at a card which card it is, so, you know, it's not like some of these others where you go, well, what does that have to do with that card? But, yeah, if you know the Rider-Waite-Smith, this is a very easy to read deck. The Emperor and the Empress. Go, go, go. Ah, I'm losing it. This is one of the Oracle cards that they have in the deck. They have 2 or 3, I can't quite remember. This is linen cardstock, so it slips a little bit easier than the matte cardstock. And it's not matte, it's flat. Semi-gloss, not really matte. love the baby riding on the dog. Like, how stinking cute. Five of Swords and Five of Wands. The moon. Okay, with that, I'm going to swap out decks again. Just to repeat myself, this is the 5-cent tarot from Madame Clara, 2020. This is the Superlunaris, 2020. And as you may have guessed, I've been filming this more than once. more than twice. And I keep telling myself that the Superlunaris I bought on Amazon, even though it's not a mass market deck. And I'm sure that they have, yeah. Anyway, I found it on Amazon. Along with the Inner Vision, the Artist's Inner Vision was also on Amazon. So we have the Superlunaris, which is 2020, and we have the Starseed Oracle, which is 2020. Full disclosure, I'm not crazy about the Starseed Oracle. Starseeding is being a starseed is not part of my belief system, I guess. It's not that I don't believe in them, it's just I don't think I'm one of them. So I don't really feel like I can use those bits of information the way that they are meant to be used. So it's not my go-to deck. I only had 2 cards that were upside down. I thought I was going in for a big swap around. Okay. Holy moly, it's hot in here. That's random, isn't it? Oh, I'm so hot. Ooh. I do love the images. I love Danielle Noel's artwork. I think that she does such beautiful things. And again, it's so dreamy and I don't know, it's immersive. I can feel like I'm a part of it. And I love this Magician card from the Superlunaris. That is beautiful. I'm fascinated with astro physics, and I know I don't know anything, but at the same time I try really hard to read the articles about the black holes and the pieces of the universe or pieces of our galaxy that we don't even understand. It amazes me how much we do know. It amazes me how we figure out information, like how we decipher a quasar and so on, a pulsar, different stars, temperatures, and you know where they're at in their stage of life, things like that. Just just the ingenuity that the scientists have developed to come up with facts when there's really no way to lay eyes. I mean, it's not physically in front of you, it's just in a telescope, and they're still able to do these things. figure out these things, and knowing where there might be signs of life, and I don't know, it's just so good. It's so fun to read about. But I'm also not educated with the building blocks of astrophysics as a discipline. I simply read and try to maintain a base knowledge, but it's not a formal base knowledge, and I'm not even sure that I know anything. I just pretend to. I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night. Oh my goodness. That's how I feel. That's where I'm at. I don't know anything, but I do know how to read. Oh my goodness. The artwork in this one, so, again, the word is cohesive. It's the color palette is very similar in each card. It flows well. You can go from one picture to the next and not have a jarring change of dynamics. It's lovely. It's beautiful. There's another deck that I have that's similar in this style and colorway, but I'm not sure that I'll be putting them close to each other, so just a thought. Okay, a couple more. And it said I know how to read, but I don't know how to count. That's way more than a couple. Okay, so we've stopped at Temperance. I'm going to move Superlunaris out, and I'll be right back. Okay, we have the Starseed Oracle, which is 2020. We have the Tulku Oracle, and this is 2021. I think this deck was made for my soul. The Tulku will never leave my collection. Dark, pretty light, but very vibrant. Both of them are vibrant and full of messages. They're chatty little beasts. I said that because there's a beast that's a whale. Sorry, I'm being silly now. I might be getting into a chattier mood, but not sure. We'll see. I need to pull this one out and incorporate it into my mantras, because I'm learning Sanskrit through my mantras, and it's got some Sanskrit in here, and I'd just love to read what she was thinking when she put all that together. So I know this doesn't really look like I debated about this, but this really is a collage. It just doesn't look so much like the collages that I've shown so far, but she has photography and artwork and everything kind of mixed up together, very mixed media. It's super nice. Still very collage. It might not appear to be, but I promise it's collage. She also makes amulets and jewelry, so if you happen to go to her website, be sure to check out her merchandise, because it's very pretty. It's awfully spendy, and I can't spend money. Shouldn't spend money, so I'm not shopping right now. I say that after I just told you how horrible it is that I'm spending money on decks. Funny. Full of contradictions, right? Yes. Okay, I'm going to swap out the Starseed, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have the Tulku Oracle and Coastal Curiosities. I have Coastal Curiosities as being 2021. Linux Reese could definitely correct me on that. It did not come to me when it first came out, so I don't have like a record of, yeah, I don't have a record for when this was released, but I'm gonna give it the 2021 label until further notice. So Lennox Reese, if you guys are familiar with her work, she incorporates black and white and color to make certain images pop out while others either blend in with the background or do their own thing. So way different styles going on right here. But again, very interesting, and I love to see like how my eye goes red, you know, finding similarities. I know I just can't talk today. And of course, when you read the keyword, you know, what jives with the language. So probably not a whole lot with these two, but we'll see. those go together really well, which is so funny because they shouldn't. Okay. So we'll move the Tulku out now, and we'll get another deck in here. Okay, so I brought in the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot. This is also 2021. Eye of Astro is who I know to give credit to. Let's see if I can turn these the right way. There is a couple of things that I think are similar between these two. You know, the period of time from which the images were taken, and also the use of black and white to give you some neutral ground. But their style is still very different. This hanging images, you know, like a painting, so to speak. And this one's grounded. It's got the horizon line and everyone's standing in a, you know, on space, on land, so to speak. And again, I think that the use of black and white to bring things forward or push things back, it's really interesting to me. Of course, with this deck, almost everything black and white is in the background. Exceptions, I'm sure, but oh, I've had this one forever. I say that, and it's 2021. That's 5 years. Maybe it's not that long. Oh, well. There is no ordinary Queen of Cups. What are you talking about? Grand Heartbreak. This is one of the Oracle cards in the Intuitive Night Goddess. Endurance of the Eight of Swords. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to move out the Coastal Curiosities and bring in another deck. You guys are going to hear me say that too many times, I'm sure. Sorry. Okay, now we have the Intuitive Night Goddess and the Aqua Maree. This deck was created... It was created over many years, but she pulled it all together in 2021. So that's the date we have on the deck. But she does explain on her little card inside that, you know, she just tells about the process of making this deck. And this is a new to me deck. This is one of those purchases I shouldn't have made. Thank you, the devil. Thank you, Vices. So I haven't even looked all the way through this deck yet. I just got it like 2 days ago, maybe. I'm going to say 3 days ago because I'm not positive. And I can't for the life of me figure out why I wanted this deck. I think, honestly, it was... What is her name? Oh, it was Maree at Waves of Your Soul. She had this deck a few years ago, and she raved about it. I did not pay attention to the actual video. I just listened to her voice, And she was so excited about the Aquamarine that I was like, oh, okay. I should check it out. That's stuck in the back of my head forever, and I probably romanticized it to myself. But maybe once I start working with it, it'll prove to be perfect in all ways. So far, the collage is beautiful. She's super talented. She's a super talented artist. Alexa, I can't remember her last name, but I just love how she thinks. She puts things together in the same way. She has the black and whites. She has the color. She has the very good contrast between darks and lights. She's got bright, and dark. I love that. And the balance between the clutter and the relief space. It's really good. I'm just in awe of the images right here. Believe this is from a movie called The Descent, but I could be wrong. I think I saw that on the cover of a movie. And I don't know what that has to do with anything. I'm just talking because, all of a sudden I found myself to become very chatty. Touchy. Spoil yourself. That's what I did. See, I told you it's the devil made me do it. I'm such a goober. Okay. Oh, look at that. I wasn't even reading. The world and the universe. Very different. Okay, see kind of where I'm at. This is halfway. I'm going to move out the Intuitive Night Goddess, and we will have another deck. Yay! I did it again, guys. Somehow I've gotten my decks. I have them lined up underneath my desk according to their chronological order, but somehow I mixed it up. I just want to keep you guys straight where everything is. This is the Aqua Maree 2021. This is the Spirit Animal Pocket Oracle, and the The artwork is from 2018. So I'm getting them switched. There's a couple of other 2018s I have up here, so I don't know how this happened. I just got a little messy, I guess. So, Colette Baron Reed again. So, oh, I must have turned this upside down. I took this deck with me to New Zealand, and I enjoyed doing my son's readings. These pocket oracles, or these pocket decks, are just so good. They're so wonderful to have just to throw in my bag and go wherever I go. In fact, we have a little bar that we'd like to go to every once in a while here around our house, and there's a young lady that, she's the bartender. She wanted to get her cards read, so I'm kind of, thinking about, okay, what deck should I use for her? It is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to think about matching people to decks. I remember this ad. That is a hilarious image. He's drinking milk with a straw. I'm going to have to get my magnifying glass, and smoking at the same time. What the heck, man? Is there really a straw there? It sure does look like it. Oh, it's a milkshake. He's eating a milkshake and smoking a cigarette at the same time. Goodness. That's some crazy talk right there. We made it back around. Okay, I managed to show you all of the Aqua Maree. Exciting. Okay, I'll be right back. Next we have, of course, this is still the Spirit Animal Pocket Oracle, and by Colette Baron-Reid. This is the Illuminated Earth Oracle. This is by Claire Mack, and this is from 2018. So again, I've mentioned that I got mixed up, and yeah, 2018 is hanging out with us for a second. This was the first Claire Mack deck that I got. My husband gave it to me for an anniversary present, and I don't know if it's because it's the first one that I have, or the reason why, but it's definitely my favorite Claire Mack deck. I love her artwork. I love her, like, how she shows her way of thinking. Like, you know, when you look at the picture and you go with the keyword, you can see how she puts images and words together. And I really, this is me struggling to find a word. I identify with these images a lot. I feel drawn in to this particular artwork, to this deck. Oh, look at that. I was staring at this. I didn't even notice the cat was upside down. Funny. All right, I feel like I'm back at the beginning of the Spirit Oracle. Once again, this is the Illuminated Earth Oracle, and this one is the Mystical Shaman Oracle. Again, I've got Colette Baron-Reid in here. I just realized how many I have of hers. I feel so funny about it, because I'm not, like, seeking her out. It's just her stuff ends up in my collection. Claire Mack was a gift. The Mystical Shaman I bought because when I got the Tulku Oracle, I was in love with it, but I really didn't understand it. And going to the guidebook so many times was wearing me out. I really wanted a deck that kind of looked like that and had the same shamanesque feel. And so I got this one, and I am not sad about it. I love having it. It's a very good deck. It goes with so many things. It doesn't have the depth or maybe the punch that the Tulku has. But again, I'm learning Sanskrit and I feel like there might be more to it even than what I've tapped into. This one is just very easy to read. And like I said, it's easy like it goes with other things. It plays nice with the community of tarot decks that I have. It's a lovely partner. Yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. Okay, we finished the Illuminated Earth Oracle. So now I have the Mystical Shaman Oracle from 2018. I keep knocking things over. 2018, and we're skipping ahead again. This is 2021, the Wisdom of the Sacred Bee Oracle. Kelly Burton. I think there's only one deck that I don't have of hers. I just, I feel like after a point, I'm wasting I'm wasting resources on similar art. So this is actually the Oracle. Two oracles that I'm aware of. Don't remember if the Dragonfly was an oracle. Anyway, regardless, we've got Mystical Shaman and the Oracle of the Sacred Bee. Well, the Wisdom of the Sacred Bee, which is an oracle. It's worth noting that the cardstock feels the same on both of these, and this has very pretty foil. Yeah. That's so funny. the colors. It's the sacred geometry. I was trying to think of that word. Subconscious and the lower world. And I believe we've gone all the way around with the oh, what is this called again? The mystical shaman. See, this is how I'm so flighty. Okay, be right back. I wasn't planning on doing this, but I've got the 2021 deck here, and this is the last one. That's the 2021. Let me make sure that I'm right, because it could be 22. Pretty sure this is 21, and the next one that I have is 22. Okay, these are both 21, so I wasn't going to put them close to each other just because it's more interesting to see them with the different decks. But here we are. We have the last 2021 before we move on to the next year, and it's with itself, sort of. So Wisdom is an oracle. Journey is the Thoth version of her tarot deck. She also has a Rider-Waite-Smith version of this B series, and it comes later. It's not here yet. So we have Kelly Burton, passionate about bees. And by the way, this is one of my very favorite Thoth decks. I don't know why. I do love it. And all the little what do you call it? Keywords, extra bits. I love it. Just bees everywhere. That's one of the reasons why I didn't want to put them together, is because, you know, their images are going to have so many similarities because of this type of decks that they are, that, you know, how meaningful is it when everything is similar? I'm probably not looking at that the right way, so just take it or leave it. I don't know. But putting them together is a good thing. It gives you the opportunity to see, you know, any kind of differences that she has in her style between tarot and oracle. Now, the Hermit is looking for insight. That is such a cute Ouroboros. You see it? It's little, I know it's supposed to kind of look like a bee, but it looks like a made-up creature. Well, it is a made-up creature. Oh, it's just so cute. I can't stand it. Just love that. Why did I never notice that before? It's adorable. That's so funny. This is like the only card that has the Marseille style pips. As far as I can tell. Maybe I'm wrong. Passion and despair. I'm pretty sure I've gone through all these cards. Journey of the Sacred Bee, Toth Style, 2021. This is Peculiar Pathways by Lennox Reese, 2022. This was a Kickstarter that I backed. Thank Lennox so much for this deck. This is such a wonderful deck. Super goat. Okay, time to change out decks. I think I've gone back in time again. This is the Accurate AF Tarot. It is from 2021. This one's 22. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just having a good old time today. Accurate AF I got off of Etsy. And it's funny, Judgment has popped up. I didn't plan that. It's pretty cool. And of course, because this is round, the cards are going to be every which way. I'll try not to fiddle with it too much because it doesn't really matter. We're just looking at the images. We're not going to try and worry about the... I kind of do. That's ridiculous. I'm kind of sitting here going, I really want to turn that. Okay, I will. I'll turn them. I'm not going to fiddle too much, but I'm going to try and turn them. Okay, so this kind of collage, so far it's different than the others in the respect that she has put maybe her own drawing in here. So every card has, nope, not every card. Okay, well, I'm glad that stopped me. Oh, the people cards have people in them. But yeah, it's just a different style. I mean, the line work, it's just different. I've not gotten to know this deck yet. I've used it a few times, but I don't have a good sense of, the personality of this deck. I didn't get it for the longest time because I felt like it was snobby, but then I realized that was just me and my brain saying silly things. Upside down. 5 of Swords, 5 of Swords. There we go. This one's way turned. Okay, I think it's time to change out this deck. Accurate AF Tarot, the Wordless Oracle by Ray Serafina Barker. Rare. Sorry, I'm a little hungry. I really think that anybody who doesn't have an oracle with no words, a wordless oracle, a type, you should really try to figure that, like get one of those, because it's just a different intuition, like grabber than most other decks. Like this one whispers and this one yells because it's got all the words, it's got all the things to tell me what it's trying to say. But this one is quiet and it just tells me in like hushed tones what it's trying to tell me. And I think this is one of my favorite decks to just sit with. The Dixit decks are a lot like this too. They do not have words on them. They don't tell you what you're supposed to be thinking about any particular image. They just give you crazy images and you figure it out yourself. I think that's pretty cool. It's the moon. Okay, we're back to judgments. Oh, that means that we have finished this deck. Okay, now we have the Wordless Oracle by Ray Serafina Barker and the Intuition Oracle by Amy Zerner. Again, hello, Amy. This is not embroidery. This is not fabric, as far as I know. But it still has that same vibe, feel. Okay, I need to move this one along because this one's a smaller deck. Moving right along, this is the Intuition Oracle. Once again, that's 2022. This is the Keeper of the Sacred Bead. This is the Rider-Waite-Smith version of Kelly Burton's Bees deck. Oops, I'm banging things around. Sorry, I didn't have a whole lot to say about this. I just kind of cruising through right now. Again, this is 2022. I don't think I'm moving to 23 yet, but I'll leave that right there for a second. Okay, we have the Keeper of the Sacred Bee Tarot, which is 2022. We have the Death Doula Oracle, which is also 2022. Very different vibe. I think the Six of Cups and Techno Cleanse go together perfectly. Judgment and True Will. Nice. Yep, Nine of Swords in the lower world. Perfect. Yep, Hope from the Ashes. The Star from the Ashes. Jiminy, Jiminy. Stay. World and the Void. Ritual and the Moon. Malleable and the Wheel of Fortune. Connect with the dead and death. Perfect. Oh man. Exaltation and the King of Swords. Well, that makes sense too. Surrender and the Fool go together very well. These are kind of in sync, aren't they? Strengthen art. Okay, and we'll move on. Have the Keeper of the Sacred Bee. This is 2022. When Olga Speaks. I'm really not sure. I feel like I've seen this before 2023, but if it's somewhere right in there, you know, something like that. So this is the transition from 2022 to, I think, 2023. Let me just play in this book for a second. I don't think it's in here because I've searched for this before, but yeah. It's roughly this time. It's roughly this moment in time. So, we've already looked at some of the Keeper's cards, and Sasha can chime in. She's so accessible. She's so easy to contact and talk to. I could have asked her and been, you know, better informed about it, but I was just kind of on the fly doing my getting ready for a video thing, and I didn't take the time to do that. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's move them along, and I'll make room for another. When Olga Speaks, 2024-ish. The Ancient Stones Oracle, Rebecca Campbell, 2024. I got this one because I didn't like Starseed, but I wanted the artwork style. I really do enjoy the calming artwork of Rebecca Campbell's, this series right here. So the Ancient Stones, there's several. I think this was the best choice out of the ones that I saw. I may rehome the Starseed, but I do like the pinks that she used in that artwork. Anyway, we'll see, we'll see. I gotta scooch these a little closer together. There we go. I thought about putting a different artwork next to When Olga Speaks, but I thought that these were a bit more contrasty, and it's, I don't know, it's nice to just let something sit in its own space. Like, this artwork is standing out, this artwork is standing out. They're not blending. I feel like if I put the other deck down, it might try to blend with When Olga Speaks. So as much fun as that is for like interpretations and stuff, that's great, but I didn't really want it for just observing the artwork and the energies that come from the images. So I just thought about what I said. I would keep a deck just because it's themed in pink. That's so wrong. I'll probably get rid of the Starseed. I don't go to it. I mean, the messages are not it's not as helpful to me as other things. Some of them I really have connected to, but when it's not a full deck kind of connection, I probably should get rid of it. Okay, trying to get through a lot of the cards on Olga. I think I've pretty much made it back around. Hold on. There we go. Okay. We made it back around. Next deck. Okay, we're still in 2024. And don't be too surprised. I have a tiny little deck. And it's round. It's going to be fun to flip through. So this is the Pocket Archetypes. The Archetypes Pocket Oracle. Goodness. I'm struggling. And I'm not sure exactly how I should turn some of these, so I'm just going to do my best. Oops. There's so many cards in this one, so few cards in this one. We are just cycling back around. Let's just go ahead and swap it out because I've got a lot to show you. Well, we're narrowing it down, that's for sure, but this is going to be a long video. Okay, now we have the Archetypes Pocket Oracle and the Circle of Doors Tarot. This is a second edition, and it's 2024. Again, I didn't really want to fight like all the I didn't want to get too particular about like when the artwork was done, but I just wanted to get a roundabout idea so that we could kind of see the progression of art, how it has changed and what, you know, phases we go through, and actually like personalities of the people who make these decks. They have a style, and it's really nice to, you know, get a gist of it this way. So, and by doing it chronologically, like Kim Krantz, she's created many more than just one. You can see the progression over time in her artwork, so that's cool too. Probably my favorite sun card. It's beautiful. I feel like I'm going so slow. Just trying to give you guys time to see the cards, and I'm thinking, oh, this is going to take forever. Okay, it looks like I've gotten halfway, and it's time to swap things out. Okay, Circle of Doors 2024, Mystic Augur and Sage Oracle 2024. We are getting close, I promise. Another Kelly Burton, so you can tell that I have certain artists I really prefer. The black and white really changes the mood of the deck. Oops, that's upside down. I think it's about time. I'm so glad we got to see that one. I usually don't like to see babies, but oh, that's so adorable. Yep, okay. So, moving on to the next deck. I was just thinking about how boring this video must be. I hope that you guys are at least interested in looking at the cards. Again, this is the Mystic and Augur Sage Oracle, Mystic Augur Sage Oracle, and it is 2024. This is a cult following. It's also 2024. Oh, style is completely different, which is what I was hoping to put together here. Is some differences. Bye. And I just learned that this artist, Chelsea No Name, or No Screen Name, she has another deck out, so go on Etsy and see if you can figure out if you like her work. I think I might check out one of her other decks, because some of these cards, like this one right here, is very vibrant and it pops. It's got crisp lines, and others are just very misty. Like this, it looks kind of like there's a haze over it or around the images, and I'd like to see the same style, but just a little bit more crisp. I like the word crisp for this. Seamlessly puts Lady of Guadalupe with Shiva, and it's hilarious to me. Oh, actually, that's Kali. But putting the Hindu and the Catholic together, it kind of cracks me up. Oh, okay. See, that's beautiful. That just is very crisp. It's very clean lines and vibrant colors. Okay, so we're going to swap out the Oracle and put a new tarot in. This is the Cult Following Tarot deck, and this is the Deleted World. We're getting down to the wire, guys. This is one of the last ones. Actually, second to the last one. So, let me make sure that I give you the right name. This is Chelsea's screen name. So, I was wrong about no screen name. That is screen name. In case you want to check her stuff on Etsy. And this is Josh Urban Davis, sorry. Is this upside down? Gosh, it might be. No. It could definitely go either way. I'm just gonna keep it the way it was, guys. Ay. Just wanna show you. Did you miss the jackalopes? A whole family of jackalopes. So cool. Sid and Nancy, who remembers them? Freddy Krueger. Charles Manson. Okay, let's move this one out and scooch this one over. Now we have the Deleted World, 2024, and Coloration Tarot by Chanel Days. I don't know when she did the artwork, but I put it in the 2024 category because it could be 2025 because this is the end of the this is the end of the list. This is the last one that I received, or the newest one that I've received. So honestly, I love her little phrases that go with the title of the cards. It's just a twist on what we already know, and it gives it a different feel. It also helps me apply it to different things than what I usually do, which is nice because, you know, the nuances. I'm gotten messy. Hold on. I love this. What have you done? I ask myself that sometimes. And I know at this point I'm going through these again, so I might just move this one out of the way. Woman in total control of herself, and the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck. Pretty sure this is 2022. Also, give me 1 second. Yes. 2022. We have not broken into 2023 yet. Told you there's a lot of 2022s. I'm not sure why. Okay. Not sure how collage-y this is. I've used it, and I know that there's some that are more collage-y than others, so I decided to throw it in here anyway. I know there's a particular way I can do this, and I picked the wrong way. Okay. I'm gonna have to go to the doctor soon. All right. Okay, let's move this one out and get a new one in. Okay, we have the Wild Unknown Alchemy, 2022. The Mushroom Oracle by Broccoli Mag. Full transparency, I'm not positive when this came out or when the artwork was done. I'm guessing 2022. or 23, but I don't have any solid information on when this came out or when this artwork was done. So there's that. I really would like some more Broccoli Mag decks, because they're very quality, you know, they're very luxurious, like I like to call things. And I don't see too much, as far as what I've seen, I don't see too much repetition in the images that they use for their artwork. That can be an issue. That could be an issue if it were, you know, a real, like, I start to associate, you know, certain things with certain words, and then when I see the same image up with something else, I just don't like that kind of problem. I like to have kind of a real separation between one deck and the next as far as artwork goes. So. Okay, let's move Kim Kranz out of the way, and we will make room for another deck. So we have the Mushroom Oracle, which is, you know, who knows, 2022, 2023, and then the Rainshadow Tarot by Claire Mack, and this one is 2023. Claire Mack's texture stands out quite a lot on her decks, and I'm fascinated by how the texture changes the way that it reads, or changes the way that it feels with the cards. Sorry. And before we move on, I would like to mention on the Claire Mac deck, it has a very, what I would consider a rare edging. My Little Monsters has this kind of pearly, silvery edging, and I just want to say I really like this. There's quite a few decks that I own that have, instead of like a shiny gold or a shiny silver, it has this, I want to call it matte, but it's more pearly. And for some reason that just seems more, I don't know, it's gentler, and it doesn't chip quite as easily as the shiny stuff. It just seems nicer. Sorry, it does though. Okay, and since we are about halfway with Claire Mac, let's look at another deck. Okay, so now we have the Rainshadow Tarot. Wow, how many times can I screw that up? The Rainshadow Tarot by Claire Mac, and then the Tarot of the Cosmic Seed by Lioness Simone. And this is also 2023, so these should be the same year. Whoa, there we go. 7 of Cups, 7 of Wands, very nice. Two very different feelings with these decks, but I like them equally. I just get completely different energies from them. And I was talking about the texture earlier, and I feel like against this one, or compared to this one, the texture gives it more grit, more like hands-on. I've worked on this with my physical fingers kind of feel. This is so smooth and easy to look at, just, you know, flows and is gentle. It seems very refined, but also, you know, it's probably been worked on the computer, so it's very clean and easy on the eyes. Not that this isn't easy on the eyes, but my eye gets caught every place I look. I'm stuck looking at a new thing, and it's not like too much stuff in the picture. It's just I'm trying to make something out of the texture, and just know, like, what am I looking at? Wooden cups. I'm looking at wooden cups. I mean, and in another card or another deck, it might just be, oh, there's just cups. But the texture holds my interest. But the beauty of this, it's undeniable. It's beautiful. And I guess I just wanted to explain, like, the different feelings that I get from these cards, from the different decks. And it's probably time to change them out. Yes, see, started with that one. Okay, so next deck. So this is the Inner Compass Oracle. Oops, I did this wrong. Well, I'll just talk while I'm doing it, fixing it. So this is from Etsy, and I don't think I've seen it on anybody else's channel. So I'm not sure that we know much about it as a collective, but I've used it quite a bit. Again, I like these small decks. I take them with me. This particular artist was so thoughtful. She put these glitter tabs to hold so that you know, pulling the lid off is just easier, more intuitive. I don't know what else I want to say about it. I just wanted you to see the box because, you know, this is definitely an independent deck, and it's important to give it the recognition it deserves. And if you were to try and purchase it, I'd want you to know what you're looking for. So, move my stuff out of the way, and we start with Inner Vision. Divine timing. I was just talking about that today. So many things in our lives happen because it's the time for them to happen, and it's so hard to believe. It's so hard to wrap my mind around the fact that, you know, it wasn't meant for me to do anything, like, let's say, about moving or getting the new house. It's just, it was, the time was right, and that's why we're doing it now. And I just think about all the things we've said leading up to this change in life, you know, Steve's retirement, possibly coming soon, you know, my getting my health straight. I mean, you know, just all the fixes. Oh, look, it's the moon on both cards. Awesome. Yeah. So I think about how even if we think we're ready, nothing's really going to happen until, you know, the signs come, until the first thing has to be first, right? And give myself a little bit more room. Thanks. I jiggled. And that's it. That's all of my collage decks that I could find. There may be more. I'm not as organized as I should be. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know it's a long video. Skip ahead, you know, just check everything out that you wanted to check out. I wish I had more to say, but this is really just a let's look at these and appreciate the artwork, and it also helped me to see if there was any that I just didn't need in my collection. So for my low buy, no buy, these are my practices that keep me from being too greedy. So thanks guys, I will see you guys later. Have a great week. Bye.